What's up, everybody? Matt of Trades here, coming at you with another trading video. Hey, so I just recently uploaded a trading video when we were back testing November 9th using the MACD indicator and 200 EMA. Thought what I'd do is I'd go back and I'd retest that same day using a slightly different strategy, one that's a little more set in stone, like this is what you do when this happens, sort of thing. And there's a fantastic video, and I'll put a link in the description by a channel called Trading Rush, where he basically goes and back tests a whole bunch of different strategies with different indicators. And he says by far the MACD strategy is by far the best indicator to trade. And the way he does it, he said it gives him about a 65-ish percentage win rate with a 1.5 to 1 ratio. And basically what his strategy is you, as long as the price is below the 200 EMA and the MACD is above the zero line and crosses, this is where you would take a trade right here. And then so you would go short in this situation. And then on the upside, if or on the opposite side rather, if the price is above the 200 EMA and the MACD is below the zero line and crosses, then you would go long. So we are going to back test the same day, November 9th, and we're starting right at market open here, like 8 a.m. But we're going to use this MACD strategy strictly to a T. And then I guess kind of a disclaimer, or not a disclaimer, but the trend has to be clear. Like you can, like if you're in a choppy situation right here, and say price is just barely above it, it crosses just below the zero line here, that wouldn't be a trade because there's no clear trend. So let's go and see what sort of different results we get from our last video. Last video, I think we got like positive $11, which if you're trading on the ES would have been about $100. So now again, 100 tick, MES chart, MACD, 200 exponential moving average. All right, let's see how it goes. All right, so right now, okay, so now we're in a clear trend, so we're going to wait for this to go below. All right, right there. So now that is a signal to go long. Trend is up. And then last video we did a 1-to-1 ratio. This one we're going to do 1.5 to 1. So we would enter the trade right here. Place our stop right there, and then this is by default is already 1.5 ratio, so we don't need to go in and change that. So let's see how this trade goes. All right, so this is a losing trade, and again, same thing. I'm going to do 2 contracts with one that would have a stop 1 point above where the entry point is. So right here we would actually have that would get filled, and that would be profit right there, but then we do go down and lose ultimately. So this just basically takes some of the hurt off of a losing trade. So 5, 10, 15 minus 5, so we're down $10. And I believe we took this trade in our last video too, but it doesn't matter. So we're minus 10. Okay. Now we actually have a trade right here. So we would actually enter right here. Boom. We'll put our stop right there, just below resistance, or sorry, support. Wouldn't get filled there. Okay. There we go. So this would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 50, 52 and a half. So already we're off to a pretty good start. Okay, now we wait for the MACD to go. Okay, here we go. Here's another entry. We'll go right there. Something I've learned when back testing is you want to wait for a very clear cross. So right here, it hasn't. I guess it has technically crossed, so we'll take the trade right there. But you don't want to preemptively. You see it going toward this line, thinking that it will cross because it doesn't always. It could just keep going down, and you would lose the trade ultimately. So cross is right there. So we are going to go long right here. Just kind of funny. Well, not funny, but this candlestick right here is a reversal bar. I can't remember what it's called, like a hanging man or something like that. Anyway, so we'll see how it goes. And it does not win. Okay. However, we did get our one contract here to take some of the hurt off of this loss. So that's 5, 10, 12 and a half minus 5, so 7 and a half minus 7 and a half. Now we're up $35. Okay. Now, this is the sort of thing I was talking about where, I mean, we have a pretty strong down direction right here. It does cross. Technically, it is above the 200 exponential moving average, but we're not going to take this trade just because it's going down. It could get super choppy right here because that does happen quite often with this 200 EMA, just because a lot of people do use this. It's support and resistance. This line does become natural support and resistance for a lot of situations. So, yeah, like I said, we're pretty choppy now, so no clear direction. All right, so now we have somewhat of a clear direction. Not going to take this trade. It's not above the zero. And so here is a trade I will take. We'll go short. Right here. We'll set to stop just above right there. Now, it does have to move quite a ways, but let's see how it goes. And it does not go in our favor. Oh, actually, yeah, okay. So right there. However, okay, so we didn't quite get this filled right here. Can't just touch it, it has to go through. However, with your stop, it just touches it and you'll get stopped, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Okay, so this is 10, 20, 30, minus 30. So now we're up 5. Okay. So wait for a clear trend. All right, here's a clear trend. Now we wait for that cross. There it is. So let's go long. Right there. Right there. Okay. And we got stopped. 10, 20, 30, 32.5. So now we're down 27 and a half. So let's look for the next trade. So we're not in a trend. Still pretty choppy. Choppy chop. All right, so now we're in a clear downtrend. I'm going to wait for the line to cross the zero. Here we go. All right, so we're going to go short here. The only thing I don't like about this setup is that we are at a key point of support. And it's kind of chopping around, but it does sort of look like it's still down, so we'll go ahead and take this trade. And we would go right there, set our stop right there. Let's see what happens. And we would get stopped out right there. So another loser. So we did get our one contract filled here. So let's see, 5, 10, 12 and a half minus 5, 7 and a half. 7.5. So now we're down 35. Let's see if that can change. All right, so we have another trade coming right here. Boom. Another short opportunity. We'll go short right there. Set our stop right there. I bet this one, nope. That was short. All right. So that's minus 10, 12 and a half. Okay. All right. So there's another one right here. Can't say I love this, but just because it looks like it's going up. So right there, up there, and yeah, it's another loss. 5, 10, 8, 75. Okay, next trade. Let's see. Find a clear trend here. All right, so it's down. Here we go. Wait for it. There's the cross. Boom, boom. Okay. So we did get our 1.5, 10, 1175, 675. So minus 675. Okay. Nope. All right, down. Not gonna do anything there. Nope. Nope. No. Right there. Okay. So we're gonna go short here. Let's do at least 2-point stop. So 1, 2. Okay, there we go. We have a winner right there. So 10, 20, 30, that's plus 30. Okay, all right, we have another opportunity here. Right there and there. Nope. There. 10, 20, 22 and a half. Also, keep in mind, in that video that I was talking about, so he sets it up to where his account is worth $10,000, and he'll do 1.5 ratio, 1.5 to 1, but he'll set it up to where he'll make 150 when he wins, and he'll lose 150 when he loses. So he'll set up the trades with the certain number of contracts, and I think he's also looking at um, not cryptocurrency, forex, which it's a little easier to set up the amount that you win per trade and lose and whatnot. So that could be kind of one of the things here affecting our win rate, maybe. I am also using a very short. Each bar is only worth 100 ticks, which, if you look, I mean, from here to here is a whole minute. So this is a pretty fast moving chart. So I wonder if it would be better if we use like a 500 tick per candle. Maybe we can do that in another video. But let's finish up this one. So we're only an hour into the trading day. So uptrend, wait for this to cross. Okay, never mind. See, in this isn't a trade I'm going to do just because it is looking like an uptrend. In our last video, this is probably one where we would go long, actually, but let's just not do anything here. Okay, so we're back into some stuff that we're not looking to trade in. All right, so here's an uptrend, sort of. All right, never mind. Not doing anything there. No. Okay. This is tricky. So the sentiment is up, and it has crossed this line, and it's fighting it. Doesn't look like it really wants to. So here, I'm actually just going to hold off for something a little better looking. Good thing we did. Okay. All right, downtrend. Okay. See if there's a cross. There it is. It's going to go short. Right there. Right there. And we would have gotten called out there. You get our 1 point here, so this isn't going to hurt too bad. 5, 10, 13.75. Okay, so now we're down that much. Looking for an actual trend. Okay, no. Okay, uptrend. All right, let's take this trade. Right there. Stop right there. See what happens, and we get stopped out. Okay. So that, so 10, 20, 25. Oh, 94. It's not looking too awesome so far. However, there's another trade opportunity right there. So we'll take that and go long. Okay. We did get our 1 point here, so 5, so 7.5 is what we're losing here. Okay. However, there's another opportunity here. This time. Okay. Here, stop right there. And there we go. There's a winner. So it seems like, I don't know, at least with the way I'm doing it, when we lose somewhat small, but when we win pretty big. So we'll see if we break even or even become profitable later in the day. We're only about an hour and a half in, so 10, 20, 30, 40. So that's plus 40. Down 61. All right, let's look for the next trade. Okay. Let's go long here. I think one of the rules is you're not supposed to take a trade at one of these large moves. What is considered a large move? You know? So we'll take this and see where it goes. After all, this is why we're here. We're practicing, see what works, see what doesn't work. This is a pretty big trade that we lost. Okay. So we did get our 1 point, so 5, 10, 15 is what we're down. And also keep in mind, guys, I'm testing different strategies. I'm not necessarily worried too much about where we end up. I'm just trying to find out what works and what doesn't. I hope that by doing so, you're able to learn with me. That's the goal here. Not doing that because it's not necessarily a clear trend, and it did cross the EMA. But we are in an uptrend. Okay. I'll take this one. All right, see what happens. And we won right there. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 45 is our gain on this. Okay. All right, let's look for the next trade. No, not taking that. Wait for a trend. Not going to take that just because that is, oops, it is pretty uptrendish. Could really go either direction, which it would have gone against us. So wait for another clear trend. That's not a trade worth taking. It did go up quite a bit. Could be okay. Oops. Another downtrend. Okay. You know what? Take this. May have cheated just a little bit, kind of blew past it. However, we do know that this crosses, so we would have gotten in right. Move right here. Try to make this as legit as possible. That's already where we want it. Okay. Let's see if it goes down. Looks like. Oh no. Let's see. Yeah, that's where it should be. Halfway there. Boom. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 22 and a half. Now we're about to break even, it looks like, possibly, hopefully, maybe. No. Nope, didn't cross as much as I kind of wanted to. All right, let's take this. Go short. There. And we get stopped. Right here. 10, 20, 30, minus 30. Probably wouldn't take this here just because looking uptrendy. Can't just look at the EMA. You have to look at the entire picture, which maybe I'm not very good at because we are not making money at the moment. But maybe we'll end up positive like we did in the last video. No, not taking that. Okay. I think I'll take this just because it does look like the overall sentiment here is up. So get in right there, or stop right there. See what happens. All right. So 5, 10, 12 and a half. Oh, sorry, no, not 10, 10, 20, 22 and a half. All right. Take this. So we do have higher lows and higher highs, which is the textbook definition of a trend, uptrend. So we'll take that, stop there, and we get another losing trade. We get our 1 point here, so 5, 10, let's see, 5, 10, yeah, so much minus 5 here. Okay. No. No. Still looking for trend. There's a trend. And there it goes. Nope, not doing anything there. Too choppy. Looks like it's just about the end of the trading period. All right, so that did cross. Let's see how this goes. It doesn't go well. So that's minus 1020. Calculator. Okay. Looks like we still have some time. For a trend. All right. There's a downtrend. Boom. Boom. Let's see. 75. Right there. So that's a good one. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55. Okay. For another cross of 0. Will we get it? Yes. However, not sure I love this, but we'll take it anyway. Generally, if this were real money, I probably wouldn't take this trade. I literally just said out loud, I don't love it. However, just for the sake of education, we're going to take it. We'll go up 2 points though, which I'm glad we did. Okay, so that's 10, 20, 30. We're basically even. Looking for one more trade possibly here. If we cross. All right, so we crossed. I don't think I'm going to take that. Will not take it. Although I should have. The reason why I didn't take that is because even though it did meet the criteria as far as where these need to be, this didn't look good. So my last strategy, I would actually go long here. Okay. And as you can see, this probably isn't the best strategy for this time frame, 100 ticks. As you can see, I mean, 1358. I mean, this is basically a minute here, so this is moving very fast, and it'd be really hard to watch and actually take good trade and set up your stops and limits in time. I'll go short here. So like I said, I make these videos for learning purposes, and what we're learning right now is that this probably isn't a good strategy for this time chart, this time frame. And we get out right here. We get our 1.510, 1375, 875 is what our loss is. Minus 10. Okay, well that is that day, and we made more money with the last strategy. I think what I'm going to do in another video is do this same day, but I'm going to do this same strategy just on a different time frame. So that's that.